Damn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realness with 3 S's of meat, entertainment in color. I'm your host, Francis, with my co-host, Tamika Francis. I was about to call you my sister's name, Tamika Francis. So, Tamika Francis, how are you today? Second time tonight. New episode to talk about. Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 16. Tell me your immediate thoughts.
I don't care about 90% of these people. 80% of these people.
True. True statement. Before we went live, you said to me, bring me Casa More. So why do you need Casa More right now?
Because I'm just like so dumb. We're going to get a dumping on Sunday. And I will be very happy that I'm pretty hopeful that I voted for Timmy twice. So anybody, because I'm like, I don't trust these people. I saw a lot of Zetas and Jeffs. So I made sure to vote my man Timmy twice.
Wait, they want Zeta and Jeff to get together?
No, it's you're voting for favorite girl, favorite boy. Not favorite couple.
Okay, yeah. But really? Why do they have such a bad read?
They love Jeff. He's funny and hilarious.
I do like Jeff, but he is a bit of a suck, right? It's fine that somebody doesn't want to be with you and you kind of are irritated by the fact that they might have led you on a little bit, but you're in a show that you lead people on. It's basically, that's what the show is. It's oh, I'm talking to somebody, I'm kind of in a relationship, I'm open to other people, so I'll lead you on until I decide that I want to stay with my original person or move on with you. That's the name of the game. That's the show that you're on. And it just so happens that you are choosing people that you can't actually get. The problem is you, Jeff. I do think that he is, I think he was a catch for the villa. I don't know if I would date him in the real world at my age, but maybe when I was younger, I would be into his swag.
Right.
But jump off of the Nadja train, because she's not it. I'm sorry, Nadja. I was rooting for you in the beginning a little bit, hoping that you and Jeff could have a vibe and maybe you could have a nice little partnership. But at the end of this episode, when she is crying over Isaiah, that tells me she's a water sign. She's probably another damn Scorpio. That's what that tells me. And also, something that she did this episode was she was telling Jeff how she's cheated on people, as a badge of honor. And, she thinks that people can change. And I think that is giving her the green light to go and get in between the relationship with Isaiah and Sydney. And so if he does end up moving on with Nadja, it won't be the saying that we always say is how you get him is how you lose him. She'll think he's changed for her.
Right.
No, honey. If you decide to go in and break up this relationship and be the other woman to a certain extent and he leaves her for you, you never had him in the first place. So she's not messy enough in a good way. She must be a Scorpio.
I was going to say, I said, you dumb serenity for these two. For these two.
Tanita voted for Zeta and Timmy as well. Hi, Tanita. Hi, Dana. Hello. Hi, Charlene. So Charlene also voted for Zeta and Timmy. That's the only choice. I wonder if Jeff has never seen Love Island, because he's acting like he doesn't know how the show works. Seriously.
He probably did.
That's possible. Maybe he was just scouted off of his Instagram.
Yeah. He's 22. It's possible he never even watched it. I talked to guys and they're like, what is that? Guys don't watch this shit until we tell them to.
Right. Or they're going on and they're let me watch a couple of episodes.
Right.
He doesn't know what's going on for sure. Hi, Jessica. Hi, V. So Nadja's worse than Bria and Sydney. She hasn't been told no before. Obviously everybody on the show is beautiful, but when I just see her though, I'm not that wowed by her. You know what I mean? For her to be so upset that she can't get this guy, we might think that Sydney wears too much makeup and her lips are too big, but she does have a wow factor in what the look that she brings forward. You know what I mean? Like she does have like a hot girl, I'm it type vibe. She pops. Your head would turn. Like what she brings to the table just aesthetically is hot bitch. And like she is that bitch. And like that's what Zena was saying. Like that's my girl, like she has that energy. And so the fact that this like Nadja's like going crying and like, oh, like I just want to have a chance with him. Like that is not the vibe for Isaiah at all. If he's with Sydney right now, he likes her fieriness. He likes her like I'm a hot bitch attitude. Like he likes the way she's done up. You know what I mean? Like Nadja can't compete with her.
I just don't understand where they got these bombshells.
They're not bombshells. Maybe.
Like I get being upset because you like somebody and it didn't work out. I get it. I've been there. I do not understand bawling because you can't get the guy that you wanted, who is coupled up with another girl. These are not bombshells. These are terrible. I need them to send them back. I don't understand. I'm worried about the people that they have coming because my whole thing is the bombshells. What does everybody else look like and act like? And oh my, I can't. We lost serenity for these shows.
Hi, Realnesss. Yes, we are live. You caught us. Yay. Hi, Charlene. Thank you for being here. Zanita says, I understand Nadja wanting a fair shot, but girl, why are you crying? Isaiah isn't worth those twos. That's another thing. Like, okay, I think Isaiah, we talked about like his Instagram pics are really, he's very cute in them. He's 21. Like, if he was like maybe like 30 and like was like really established and had like a big bankroll and like drove a nice car, maybe I'd be like, oh my god, like I want a shot with him. But like, doesn't he live in his parents' house? He's still a boy. Like, why are you crying over somebody that's still a boy? It's so weird to me. That's also in another relationship with somebody else and hasn't really given you an inclination that he's interested in being with you. Like he really hasn't given her that many signals that he's interested.
And the only thing that comes to mind to me is like Danica, who was rejected by like 50 guys, and she cried after like guy number 6. Yeah. Towards the end. Like, come the hell on, guys.
Well, and she's not even being rejected. Like she's scared of Sydney, so she doesn't want to shoot her shot.
Like that was crazy. Zeta, do you want me to talk to her and him for you? What? This is not Love Island.
Well, I think that Zeta was saying that because she knew that she was going to tell Sydney everything that was being said here. No. And so I think she just wanted to kind of get the okay to spread this gossip.
I love her to death. I really do. She was really, and that's what I remember last episode, like a couple hours ago, when I said I think they were trying to set up a, Yolande situation where it was like Amber kicking off, going after, but I said Zeta's in the villa. She's not gonna do that. She's not. And look what happened. She's just like, come here. It's okay. I know you want to get to know him. We're gonna figure this out. What?
I mean, I think she definitely Zeta is protecting Sydney, her girl.
Right.
And I don't think she cares that much for Nadja, but like I don't think she wants Sydney to blow up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like she's protecting her friend. And Nadja should not be crying a single tear. Yeah, Nadja crying over someone else's guy is bizarre. It was bizarre, and it was very unattractive, in my opinion. It made me be like, you're not a catch, Jeff.
Told she was going to be an OG, and then they pulled her at the last minute, and now she's like, oh, frig, I could have had Isaiah. I don't understand this crying business.
Over someone she doesn't even know. Like she's known him for like an hour. Like maybe she watched him on TV and she was starting to like fantasize about him. Maybe I don't know.
watch a lot of people on TV. I fantasize a lot about a lot of them. Shoot, some of them I even talk to in their DMs. I am not crying about any rejections. I'm sorry.
No, not someone that's already coupled up with somebody. Like, I, especially since we don't know each other, it would be different. Like, say, like we both got to know each other at separate times, and I knew him. Like, say we met on like a vacation or something, and I knew that he was going to be in the villa. And I haven't seen him since we had a connection on like a vacation. And I'm coming to surprise him or something on this show. And then I find out that he's coupled up with someone. Then maybe I can understand some tears because you were expecting him to be available, open to you, and you already had something built. But she don't know the damn man.
And I don't even feel like he led her on in any way.
No.
I mean, he said the door was open, but it wasn't like, I feel like it's the same situation as like Bria. Like, okay, the door's open, but I don't see him putting any energy into you for you to be doing all of this.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Like, can somebody find out her sign? I need her to be a Scorpio just so I could be like, check.
Okay. 2 Scorpios doing the most this season.
But like the most in a very unwatchable bad way.
Listen, my sister, please don't do that.
Charlene says, not one of these men are worth crying over this early on at all. I mean, did Zeta even cry over Timmy? No, I think she cried only when they were saying nice things about her when she almost went home. But did she cry over Timmy? No, she was pissed, but she didn't cry. And like
she cried when she let him go, when that was like her decision. But she didn't cry like about the other stuff, and she could have.
Yeah.
I still probably would have understood it. She was coupled up with him for a couple weeks. Like I could have gotten it, but oh my God, these bombshells, like
they bomb in a bad way.
Is it an American issue? Because I don't feel like the bombshells in the UK are like this. Like, I don't know.
So V says Nadja is giving spoiled vibes. Idea doesn't even know her last name, and she's
happy birthday to me, July 21st.
She's not a Leo. Oh no, Leo's the 22nd, so she's still a Cancer.
She's a Cancer.
Okay, water signs. Water signs are gonna be emotional.
Yep, Cancer season. We love a Cancer season. Yep, she's a Cancer.
Cancer. She probably has her Mercury's probably in Leo, I guess. Yeah, because if her Mercury's in Leo, then she'd want to be the center of attention, and that would really. That's how she communicates, is if people give her a lot of attention. So, and then I want to see her full chart because she must have some more. It must be way watery. For her to be feeling this way about a man that she just met, like it's weird.
She's so pretty too. Like, oh, girl.
Well, she's become less attracted to me because I'm not enjoying her vibe. I don't think her energy is just like. I want some like have a little bit of like confidence. Like, do you know how you get a guy is like not being that into him? You know what I mean? Like, my mom always says. I mean, might be a little bit toxic, but like my mom always says, like, always make sure that he likes you just a little bit more than you like them. And I'm like, it's true. So far, I mean, I guess I'm perpetuating that stereotype or that's kind of saying, and it's not necessarily positive, but. What I've seen so far is that when it's just a little bit off balance and they just like a little bit more, it just seems to work a little bit better because they always just have to chase you a little bit. And they need to have that chase a little bit in order for them to seemingly stay interested. As soon as you're all in and crying over it in like 30 seconds, like they're going to be interested in you. It's just going to be like, ugh. Like, you don't want anybody that's like even like people like they call me too often. I'm just like, why are you calling me? Like, if I'm not,
that's your Aquarius side.
That's true. That's
don't fault the other person for that one.
You're right. Actually, we're gonna go through the episode, but another Aquarianism that came up this episode was first time when Kat and Chaz were chatting, and right after the recoupling, and she said something about like, I like to take it, like, she's like, oh, like, you know, she said something about I like to take it slow. Where is it? She's like, yeah, like I take it slow, getting to know somebody, you know, one day at a time. And I was like, oh, that's her putting some distance between you two. She is not into you, and she's very Aquarius, because she was just immediate being like, take things slowly. Don't want to move too fast. That means that she doesn't want to be all lovey-dovey and intimate and kissy-kissy. A, because she's not feeling it, and B, that's like a bit overwhelming, especially if you're not feeling it for an Aquarius. It's just like, get off of me. I don't want you around me. I don't want you to touch me. So I thought that was very funny that, you know, he chose her because like he feels like something special's going on, and she's just like, let's take things really slow.
His ass should have stayed with Serenity one more week. Not even a week. 4 more days. 5 more days. Something like that. So annoying.
So we start this episode with the official dumping, and then the re-showing of him like, come over here, Kat. Like, shut up, Chaz. Like,
he literally was talking about, ever since this I came into the villa, this girl, I'm like, that was all Serenity. You walked in the villa with, like, and went to Serenity. Kat came in the villa just now.
And also, like, it seemed like Serenity knew that he was choosing her, and she's kind of like, yes, oh, thank you. Like, and she was like, and then come over here, Kat, and like, so disrespectful. And another thing that he says to Kat at some point is like his fucking line, like, oh, I'm gonna show you how a real woman needs to be treated. It's like, do you know what his idea of a real woman needs to be treated? You saw how he treated Serenity.
Listen, Serenity went out like a G.
Yeah.
And iconically, and it's up there. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I will absolutely miss her. I will.
Well, I love her. She's like, I'll return your belongings. Yes. And gives him like a handshake. Like she was not allowing him to like, can I get a hug? Like, no. Nope. You get no fucking hug from me.
You disrespected me. I think he would have got the hug if he didn't do all that shit that he did in the recoupling speech. If he had just been respectful, I think she would have been fine with it.
Yep, and she's like, you know, he's very much calculated. I was like, whoa, this, yeah, yikes.
And her warning to Kat, ooh, loved it.
What did she say exactly? I didn't rewind it, but I thought I would remember.
What did she say?
She said something to the effect of,
she said, I hope you found or find what you think you have, or something like that. And then she's like, pay attention, not just to like the words, but to
but to his actions. Yes,
to his actions. Yeah.
I love Zeta being like, there ain't none like you. And it's like, this is my girl, like, and she's like a friend for life. Like, I believe
it. That. I absolutely believe it. I believe it.
A lifelong mate. Come on. Oh, so sweet. And I said, I loved her petty exit. She was so petty in all the ways that I enjoy pettiness. Like, here's this back. See you later, sir. Handshake. Deuces. Like, I'm out.
That's the energy these other people need to have been bringing into the villa. What is that?
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I mean, we all don't understand this here. Yeah, Realnesss says Kat is no bombshell to me. I mean, I think she's pretty, but I don't think, unless though we don't see her bombshellness, because she's not really trying to get Chaz.
Okay,
she doesn't want him. She's not trying to get him. Yeah. She's just trying to stay in the villa at this point, so she can go crack on with someone else. Like,
Timmy called it. I wonder if it would have been different if she came in Casa rather than this.
But if she came in Casa, Chaz would not be. He wouldn't be on her radar. Like, not at all. I think that I don't think she would want to be entertaining him in Casa Amor. I think stay in the villa, yes. If she was to try to entertain someone, she might. I mean, I don't know if she likes black guys, but she might try for Jeff, just because like they would probably vibe with the Aries and Aquarius thing. That could be just like, you don't necessarily know that you're gonna vibe with someone. She might vibe with Timmy. Aquarius and Gemini, they go really well together.
I don't see her making it past Sunday, so not happening. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be dumped.
You think her, not Nadja? I was hoping, my prayer was for Chaz and Nadja out.
I'm hoping it's a double dumping, but
oh, okay. Well, if it's okay, so you want Kat out over Nadja?
I don't want either of them there. Listen, the only people I protected was Zeta and Courtney. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Serenity's gone. I would have voted for her probably over Courtney, because I would have wanted her to get into Casa and actually find somebody. Maddie can go. Naja can go. Kat can go. All three of them. Walk them right out the door. I don't care about any of those three people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got to agree. I definitely got to agree. So the OG girls, well, and Maddie were all hugging, and did I see Kat walking over to speak with Chaz? And like, not to outfit shame, but like, her dress is really short. And if I were to ever wear a dress that's short, I would be called the names. Like it literally, you could see her ass cheek, like that short. And like, it's so interesting that some people are able to get away with wearing things that short. But if you have a butt at all or anything like that, you can't wear something that short without being called certain things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. Like, even like at the mall sometimes I'll see, or like outside I'll see like white people wearing like super short shorts with like, you could see their full butt, and like I'm trying to like put it to like my mid thigh, and people are like, "Ooh, like you're showing so much leg," and I'm like, "It's not my mid thigh. Like, what do you mean?" Anyways, I was just noticing that like she can get away with wearing something so short. Like, I would never being able to get away with wearing something that short at all. But I like the color of it. It was like a red leather. You didn't notice it?
No, I didn't notice it at all.
So Kat and Chaz do have a chat. That's where she was kind of saying that she wants to take things slow, I think. And all I wrote is, I do not think that she is into him, but apparently he's a good kisser. She was trying to teach him how to kiss. I watched that. She was like, you know, like he was, I don't know. He's. It's hard for me also to critique him because he's so young. So I feel like I'm saying unkind things about a child. And that's also, I wish that the producers wouldn't put that on me, that these young people that don't have their frontal lobe fully developed yet. Like, I don't want to be saying things about them when they're not actually fully mature yet. You know what I mean? But I'm just observing them as a character on my TV show. So
yeah, but that's what I was kind of saying earlier. Remember, I was like, this is the thing. Like, to me, they're 3 or 4, 24, 21, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds. Do I necessarily care about this journey that they're on? Not really. Not really.
I mean, like, why is it 21-year-old? I mean, I know they want it for like the Instagram fame and the money and the product stuff, but like,
you're not there to find love.
I want people to find love. Like, that's what makes the show interesting, when real connections are made and other temptations are brought in. That's when it works. Right? Like, even if we don't want our favorite couples to be tempted, tested, or breaking up, the show works though when people have connections. That makes the dumpings work. That makes the recouplings dramatic. That makes Casa More work. That makes the recoupling dramatic. That makes things work, is when people actually have connections and real temptations are coming in. It's like they have the dumping without the connections. They have the bombshells without the bombs. bomb. Like they're not putting the pieces together properly. It's very, very
It's
annoying.
Weird.
So Dana wants to know if we think that the girls cried more on the US or UK show. I think US at this point. I don't remember anybody crying right now in the UK. Who cried? Oh, maybe Tasha a little bit.
Tasha cried, but I mean,
but it wasn't over like a
it
guy.
It wasn't
like
over Andrew. She barely cried when she found out Andrew licked Coco's tit. So it's like,
like who did anybody else cry?
Nobody else cried.
Like, I don't remember India crying.
A lot of them went through full journey. India went through a full journey. She was.
Oh, Danica cried that one time, but that was after her fifth.
One time. Summer cried the one time, but she was also she had gone through a lot. I think.
Yeah, but she was being kind of like berated and told that she was like fake. Right, so it wasn't crying over and like. It wasn't over. She didn't cry over Danny.
Yeah, she just thought like, he was assaulting.
He was disrespecting her. Yeah, exactly.
Her representation.
I really cannot think of people that cried that much on all seasons. Like, obviously, not everybody's going to come to mind, and maybe there were more tears, but I do not think of the UK women to cry a lot.
Mm-mm.
Not as much as
the young ones, even the younger ones.
Like, we didn't see, what's her name? Molly May. I don't remember Molly May crying. I don't remember
Maura. A few times, but I think Lucy whined more than she did.
Lucy cried. Lucy cried.
Oh, Lucy did cry. Oh, Amy cried, but the reason Amy cried was
valid.
It was for valid reason, because I was bawling with her. And I know the one time somebody cried on one of these shows, and I was like, oh my god. It's like when I knew she was gonna leave, I was like, oh my god, no, don't leave. Then she started crying. I was like, what? And the tears would not stop after that.
Yeah, but I've never seen anybody cry in this scenario. Not in this type of scenario. Not in the US version.
Not about the
not in the UK version, sorry. V, I love the chemistry between Courtney and Zeta. Also, Zeta's body is to die for. Yes, we're gonna get even more into this. Okay, let's push through this episode. So Sydney and Isaiah are at the counter outdoors looking through some pictures, and like they do, I like them together. I do. I don't really care for Isaiah, but like I do like Sydney and Isaiah together, and I do find it annoying that Nadja is trying to break that up, because I don't think I like Nadja and Isaiah together. I don't think so. So Nadja is in the treehouse with Jeff, and she's saying in her confessional she isn't over Isaiah yet. What do you mean over? Like, he didn't pick you. Like, he didn't pick you. Is that what she's crying about? She didn't get picked by him?
It's not even been 24 hours.
So weird. But she has a soft spot for Jeff. Okay, you don't like him. We get it. You don't like him. They kiss. I think he kisses well, and he like grabs her ass when he's kissing her. I was like, well, you should feel into this, because this is probably a better kiss than you would get with Isaiah.
Maybe she doesn't like that. But I think they kissed in bed too. Like, I was so confused at her.
It might be just that she wasn't chosen by Isaiah, that she doesn't like the fact that she's not getting picked by the guy she wants.
Gotta be, because nothing else is making sense to me.
So I got a text. It's the Hideaway calling. And everyone is so excited because they're going to send Timmy and Zeta to the Hideaway. And I was really excited with them as well. I was smiling ear to ear. Like, this is the vibe we're supposed to have when people go to the Hideaway. Not like, okay, I guess they're going to go to the Hideaway. I don't know if I want to watch. Like, this is uncomfortable. Like, it's too soon. They're too young. Like, I don't know. Like this was normal. Like, I was like, yes, get the Hideaway. Fun. Like, you're adults. Like, you like each other. I'm into it. Go. And so Zeta on that pole, I wonder how long that dance actually was, because like she looked like she could move on that pole pretty well.
I was just upset that Timmy didn't hit the pole.
Maybe
Um,
he did, but they didn't show it.
so it, right, that's A. B. I was also upset that they kept cutting away from them because they should not have.
Maybe it was getting too steamy. I don't know.
I don't think they did much. They looked like they had a really good time in that hideaway,
Yes, they
and I
did. They're
think
so
that's why
fun.
it was enjoyable to watch.
Yes, and so like even when they're going in and Zeta is wearing this like super sexy purple lingerie set with a black um robe, and then they're going in and Timmy's being stupid with his sunglasses and like his little like I don't know what that means, but he's just such a joker actually. And like when they get in there, they're like it's obviously really awkward like to have these cameras on you for this like let's get intimate moment, but they seem to make it work, you know, like I wasn't too uncomfortable by how they were kind of feeling out each other a little bit, and like even finding the room with all the dominatrix stuff, and like I don't know, I enjoyed their hideaway, I enjoyed them getting to know each other. I love when she's like, get me out of here. And Timmy's trying to make me fall in love with him. And he's
Yeah,
like,
I like
don't
how
worry,
you give
man.
your mom a shout out on the hideaway. That's hilarious. Right,
But it was just cute because like I know like they're like the little role play. It's like it was just I just really love them. I
right.
really think that they're cute. I want the best for them. They were at this point talking a little bit more about after the villa, and I was like, oh, Mr. Timmy is not super scared of talking about living in England or New York or having the children word came out of the mouth, and like whether it's serious or not, he didn't completely fall away like he did the last time when she said, do you think we could see us on the outside working? Like this was a little bit more serious of a conversation, even if it was all jokes.
he
And
he didn't balk, he didn't freak, he engaged in the comp. Listen, I was here for the entire thing.
little London and New Yorkers. And I'm just like, oh, that would be so cute.
My whole
And
thing is both of you guys live in California, so what are we talking about? But
do they actually right now or no?
yeah, they both live in
They
Cali.
do?
Yeah,
Oh. Oh.
but
So Mary is saying this is why you don't do back-to-back dumpings. You get rid of main characters for a temporary storyline. I know.
yep.
I know, man. It's so stupid. So dumb. So anything else you want to say more about the hideaway?
I loved the entire vibe of it. I love that they didn't go too far. I was dying at her mother's shout out, and like she's like, I know you're watching, so we're not doing anything. I liked when he pulled out the whip and he whipped her. She's like, oh, that felt good. They had a good time. That's what
And
I
he even
wanted.
kissed her butt on her butt, and I'm sure
Yeah,
it
then
felt
you
good.
kissed her.
It was cute.
That's one thing I will say. I'm so glad for Peacock because we got like real intimate moments, but then they also didn't overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got the Sydney and Isaiah moment the last time, and so they look like they went far. Good for them. I'm glad we get to see the range. I do not like, however, that in the app they asked us to rate which hideaway was better, Zimmy's or
What are you judging better?
Dave's. And
I
I'm
think
like,
no matter what, I'd say Zibby's is because like they played with all the toys. Like
right. I'm like, but Zimmy's was better because it was funner and it was like a full
real.
experience. Yeah. I don't know. Like, why would you even bother asking that question?
Yeah, it's
It's stupid.
stupid. It's a stupid question. So in the morning, Zimmy returns and like he goes and talks with the guys, and talks with the girls. I just they were so excited. Courtney was so excited when Zeta came back. Even when she left, she was so excited, hugging her. Like she loves Zeta so much, and it's very interesting with how things progress because I called it as soon as I saw her hugging her when she was going to the hideaway, and I was like, man, I feel like Courtney vibes with Zeta. Like, I'm like, A, their signs are going to vibe because they're opposites. So Gemini and
Right.
Sagittarius can do really well together. It's very possible.
Right.
And B, like, she just is always riding for her, being like, I want the best for her. I love her and Timmy together. Like, she's just such, she just, it seems like she admires her and likes her so much. I was like, I wonder if there's like any sort of challenge, like if it's gonna be Zeta and Courtney kissing. Because I was thinking, I'm like, if there's a challenge, I don't think that Zeta's gonna take any doing kissing all these people necessarily. Like, I don't think that that's gonna be part of the relationship. But I
Right.
think that to make some depth in there would maybe bring in some same sex vibes that would kind of just change things dynamically in their relationship. So I was thinking about that at this point in the episode, which I thought
Yeah.
was
The funny thing is, I just keep saying Courtney wants a girl, and I feel like we got that information really clear in this episode that's she was so excited, and I just like listen. And Zeta was like, and the funny thing is, Zeta did remember Zeta was supposed to be doing least to most,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I just feel like, Zeta is just entertaining her just to give her some entertainment. But she's like, yeah, no, I don't really want a girl. But hey, she likes that stuff. And then Bryce, which was funny. And then Isaiah, which was hilarious to me. But I also think, like, for her, it makes sense because she wasn't really going against anybody that would
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
intimidate
Make him
him.
pissed.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. So you know that Nadja doesn't like Jeff when she's like, "Oh, so how was like your first night sleeping?" She's like, "Jeff takes up so much space." I was like, "Okay." She's not into him at all because, like, I don't know. I've never been annoyed by a guy that I like taking. I wouldn't notice that he's taking up too much space because, like, I'd be cuddled in there perfectly. You know what I mean? So the fact that she's like, he takes too much space is like, oh, he doesn't like her. Um, Nadja's also talking about how she's not sure about getting over Isaiah and all this stuff. And I'm just like, what? Did something else go on that we missed? Because I don't know why you vibing him so badly. He's not a catch, and he hasn't given you any inclination that he's into you.
Maybe they cut something out and we don't know because I am so confused.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's like so. Nadja was telling that to Jared and Kat. So when the new bombshells were chatting, and
Hmm.
then Jared is like, "Well, you're gonna need to apply some pressure. Need to apply some pressure." And I was like, "Okay, Jared, you kind of got like a free ride here because you had Maddie who was gonna say yes to you no matter what. But like, I don't think you have swagger to be like just gonna apply some pressure. Like he knows like how to work this game. But we'll see what happens."
Yeah.
So they have a challenge, blast off. Basically, the guys are blindfolded aliens and the women are astronauts. And they kind of have to go through this particular course. Did anything on this course game challenge stand out to you that you want to talk about?
I zoned out. I didn't pay attention to anything that they did. I thought the
Yeah.
game was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Chaz and Kat were fast. I wrote that down. Deb and Jesse, I'm like, they're so bad. That was kind of funny. Deb was a little bit funny when she was just like, I've fallen and I can't get up. And like, she's just like stuck in, I guess it's cornstarch. Um, Timmy and Zeta I thought were very cute and I laughed a lot. He's losing his shoes. Like, it was just it was funny. I laughed.
Mhm.
Um, Sydney and Isaiah go, and Nadja, they just cut to her just looking so annoyed that like Sydney and Isaiah. It's like, why is she giving stalker vibes when like Sydney doesn't even know who you are? Like Isaiah doesn't know who you are, and you're acting like you guys have dated. It's weird. It's stalker
It,
vibes.
it's absolutely weird. I don't get it.
Courtney and Bryce, he dips her and kisses her at the end. Jeff and Nadja. Jeff was just not good at this challenge. He was very bad. And the winner is Kat and Chaz. Whoop-de-doo. So wait, what was I right? The fact that this was Okay, so I was saying before how it was showing her true colors that Kat was an Aquarius, right? And so in the conversation, so I wrote down what was said. Um, so she says like she doesn't want to have anything that is a threat to her independence, right? And you're saying like you
Mhm.
don't want to feel like you're suffocated, that you're in a coupling, that you're all loved up. Like she doesn't want anything that's a threat to her independence, and she wants to move slowly. That is an
Mhm.
Aquarius that is just not that into you
Really?
at all. Yeah, so I thought this was definitely a sign of her looking for the next person to crack on with. So
That.
Jeff asked Chaz and Kat like if he thinks that Nadja's into him, and like was asking. I was like, what's this energy, Jeff? Like I don't know. Whether the producers force you to have this conversation, because like it's kind of weak sauce in my opinion. Come on,
It.
Jeff.
I think they are setting Jeff up for Casa. He did get, he seems to have gotten a good edit. People like him. I get it. I really do. So
Yeah, no, I'm fine with Jeff. Like Jeff can have whatever story he wants right now. I like the fact that he didn't make things super weird with Zeta and Timmy. Like I think he's like moved on from that.
yeah, wasn't
He
he like happy for them to go into the hideaway too?
Yeah, he
Like
was
he was
yeah, yeah,
excited.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No, I would like him to find someone, and like Nadja,
Yeah.
like stop being. But you know what? She's a Cancer, so like she is not necessarily going to vibe with Jeff's energy, right?
Mm.
She's not going to.
Mhm.
So I understand that she likes like water sign Isaiah. I get it,
Okay. Okay.
but over Jeff,
Right.
and we're just older, and like and his energy vibes with us more. But I think that she she's I don't want to talk about her anymore. Actually,
Ah!
I love though that Jeff is like, nah, I'm not gonna put a chain on her. I love that he's done already. He's just like, mm-mm. You're not into me. It's fine. Go pine away over Isaiah. Like whatever. Um, and so who am I talking about here? You're just so funny. You're hilarious. Wasn't the security that's my person is my person. That person's my person. I don't know who I didn't write down who it was speaking about.
I can't even think. Some of these conversations I zoned out on because it was like, yup.
It must have been Nadja and Jeff talking, because it's like saying like you're so funny, you're hilarious.
Yeah.
It must have been
Because
her talking
I was
about
trying to
him.
think if it was them or Kat or Maddie and Jared talked at one point, and I was just like, God, like, does she suck the energy, like the chemistry out of everybody? Like, I don't think they have chemistry either. I
Mm-mm.
don't know what to do. Why did they keep her?
I don't know. Bria would have been more interesting for sure. I would have been
Yeah.
interested in seeing her and Jeff maybe crack
Oh,
on.
Jeff, or even if Jared had come in there for her, I would have liked to see
I
that
don't know
whole
if she'd be
thing.
into Jared, but maybe.
I don't think she would be into Jared. I'm saying he would come in for her.
Maybe, yeah. So yeah, it must have been Nadja because she wanted security. That makes sense. Her being a Cancer, they do want security, family, love relationships. Like that's kind of their what they vibe for.
Hmm.
And then that's what she's saying, that she's cheated before, and I was like, he didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're offering up that information, because I don't think it's an attractive quality to offer up to somebody when they haven't asked you. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I just I think I don't know. Maybe it's an overanalyzation. I wonder if
Hers?
that's what it is. Like, you're trying to, like, okay, if you're not attracted to somebody, and you're just like, oh, but he seems so great and he's funny and this, and you're just trying to figure out the way to make it fit or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. I just I just don't like her personality personally.
Me neither. So the girls are getting ready and they talk about like, oh, how was your chat with Jeff? And she's like, I like him so much as a person.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You're just not that into him.
So do
which is
I. I'm
fine.
not into him.
Exactly. Nighttime, I forget who made the toast. But Zeta is playing producer and stirring the pot here a little bit. And she's like, so do we want to bring new birds in here? How's everybody feeling? And Chad's like, oh, I'm set. And Kat's like, I'm liking where we're at, but I'm still wanting to keep my options open. Kat, can you be a little bit more discreet here? Like, so obvious. Like,
she's ready to crack on.
Exactly. She's like, I can't take this Cancer energy. He's already all over me. Like, we've been dating for a year. Like, man, like, I'm not into this at all. So I don't know who suggested it, but they decided to play Truth or Dare.
The producers.
Oh, fair. But I don't know who said it out loud to the villa.
But as soon as Sydney was like, this is why I didn't want to play this game, I was like, the producers made them force them to play this fucking game.
Absolutely.
And first of all, it came like a day too late.
Yeah, who cares? Do that to get to know people. Like before recoupling. So at least you've gotten maybe a kiss or like you know who's interested in you or something. But it's all not good. Like, not that I would want that to happen to her, but like if say Chaz had to kiss whoever you found to be the most attractive or something and he doesn't choose Serenity or something like that, like that would have at least got a little bit of a drama. Like, I don't know. They just played this all wrong.
We definitely should be producers. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared is going to be the first to do a dare, and he has to kiss his top 3 Islanders. So he kisses Maddie, Deb, and Kat. See, he didn't even kiss Nadja. He's not even into Nadja. Timmy has to choose the weakest couple and give the reason. He says Kat and Chaz, for the fact that she said that I'm not into you, and Chaz says I'm all in. And so it was pretty glaringly obvious. And who does Chaz think he is, like giving some attitude over the fact that Timmy called that out? Like,
a 21-year-old.
Yeah, I guess. Shut up. Like he was actually doing something to be kind of diplomatic so it wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Timmy was like, listen, young boy, she don't like you, but I'm going to say it nicely.
Exactly. He's like, oh, man, yeah, so I would say, it's Kat and Chaz, because he's just like really trying to let him down easy, and all Chaz got out of that was Timmy was being a jerk. We won the challenge. We won the challenge. It doesn't mean anything.
It was a warning.
Exactly. Like, get prepared because this relationship is done. So Zeta is supposed to, she's doing a dare, and she is to kiss in order of how much that she likes to most likes 3 Islanders, not Timmy. So she just walks over and she's like, I've been wanting to do this for a while. And she lands one on Courtney. Courtney was so happy. Timmy at least could watch, and he was kind of like, okay, that's hot. And Courtney was definitely like, oh, she's like, we've had so much sexual tension and like finally getting to kiss. And Zeta's just kind of like, I know she wants it. She's
like, what sexual tension, girl?
I think that she's just very much into Zeta, and Zeta has an air of like just confidence that's very alluring. And I think that she probably likes their friendship, and so maybe Courtney's misconstruing that with sexual tension because she's sexually attracted to Zeta. But
it reminds me of Leanne and Cash, because I swear to God, I think if Leanne could have gotten Cash, she definitely would have took her.
So I mean, I enjoyed that kiss, and I wrote down, I'm like, I knew Zeta was gonna kiss Courtney. I knew it. So I like that that's a little B storyline that's going to play in the background. Like maybe it'll be like those two couples laying on the daybed and Timmy be like, what if you guys kissed again? I wouldn't mind watching. Like I can see maybe a little bit more of that happening, especially now that we're on Peacock.
Yep.
And then the other two people that she kissed was Bryce. So I was like, interesting. So she's interested in Bryce's look. And Isaiah is like, I don't know. I feel like you're too mom for Isaiah. You know what I mean? But like, she gave him a little kiss. I don't know why she did that. She wasn't going to kiss Jeff because she didn't want Timmy to be pissed.
She kissed Isaiah because there was never going to be anything that happens there. And he is Timmy's bestie. I literally.
Same probably with Courtney and Bryce. Yeah. Like she doesn't want to. Yeah. She knows that it's nothing and doesn't want to piss anybody off, and those are her best mates in there right now.
Pretty much.
And she probably just does not want to kiss Jeff. I mean, sorry, it's Jesse. She's probably like, I'll kiss Courtney instead. Thank you.
Yeah. She's like, don't give Jesse any ideas.
So then the last one was Isaiah, and he's dared to do a 3-way kiss with 3 islanders of his choice. Or 2 islands of his choice. He chooses the 2 new girls, Kat and Nadja. He's excited that he gets to like kind of see how these 2 kiss. I don't remember if he enjoyed it or not. But that was the end of what they showed us from Truth or Dare. So then we leave this episode basically with Nadja and Zita chatting. Kat joins at some point. Nadja is crying. Jeff, like... is going to sleep outside on the daybed because, like, I guess he can see that she's crying or something. And, like, he's just like, no, I don't want any of this. I just like, no.
Not his vibe.
No.
You can blame him.
No, he's not it. And so Zita does ask Courtney, or ask Nadja if she can tell, like, Courtney, or, oh my God, I'm mixing up these names, tell Sydney this so that, you know, we could see, like, if you decide to go and talk to Isaiah or stuff like that, can I just, like, talk to Sydney a little bit about it? And so Nadja says yes. So Dita does go and talk to Sydney, and she's like, they're kind of getting ready for, like, they're flattening their hair, and they're in the makeup room. And she's like, I want to talk to you. And it's like, it's not bad, but it's, like, about... And so she ends up telling Sydney that, you know, Nadja wants to maybe pursue Isaiah a little bit or whatever. Sydney, though, she's about to switch. She might just jump off of the Isaiah train very quickly because you already called it, like, her being a Sagittarius. They don't necessarily like being caged down. They don't like, they definitely, when they're done, they can just be out of there. They're done. And so I feel like emotional Isaiah, better know he's walking a very thin line because I can see when Sydney's done, I can see her being completely done. Yeah. Like, that's it. So we end the episode with Sydney walking over to Isaiah to pull him for a chat. And she's just like...
And the thing is, unless we're missing conversation here, Isaiah has not entertained this girl once. That's the craziest thing. It's like, every night you guys are shutting off the show at 9:45. Give us those 15 extra minutes of whatever we're missing because I feel like I'm missing context a lot. And I mean, not that I really care about the storyline, but like, come on, like something is missing because I don't understand all this crying. I don't get it.
Like if someone's crying, I want to connect to why they're crying, and just so I can feel it from me as well, and be like, oh my God, I know what they're going through. Like, oh, like I'm not on this. I don't get it. So her crying is just annoying to me. You know what I mean? And it just seems weird and out of place. And so because they haven't built the storyline up enough. So Danita says, not really feeling these bombshells yet. Jared is the only one to actually be coupling. In a coupling he wants to be in. He and Maddie are so dry. I don't really care. They're so dry. She's so not into him. Right. CJ agrees that the man should like you just a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. Yeah. I miss Teen Joy. Yes, Kat does not like that man. That boy. Not at all. Must be an Aquarius thing because I'm the same way when it comes to clingy people. Yeah, get off. Danita, do I know that you're Aquarius? High five. When's your birthday? Chaz is so whack. He is whack, but it's because he's young. So I have to always remember that he's young. He's young. He's young. I thought he was talking about Serenity that at the time. The whole time I was shocked and hurt. Yeah, it was just so hurtful. F off. Love how Serenity handled herself in that dumping. It's up there. Yes, she definitely went out like a G,
Iconic.
like you said. Petty, perfectly petty. Like I was down.
Iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Serenity went out like the queen that she is. She did. So Serenity says Shaz must be ready to go home and just sabotage himself on purpose. Because what is the other reason you would do that? Because he's petty and in a way that is detrimental to his own game.
Yeah. Wow.
So Kat is just there to promote her YouTube channel. Yeah, that's what people have been saying, and I have to agree. Like she's kind of just like, oh God, I gotta hang out with this guy, this clingy guy. It's gonna show me like how a woman needs to be treated. Like, how about have a really interesting conversation? Like, you know that she's an Aquarius because like she's doing something a little bit quirky with like these mukbangs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they're usually gonna do something a little bit radical and different. And so he's not going to be entertaining to her. He's too boring. Too boring. I'm tired of these bombshells coming in, barely making a move, and then crying over these guys they met 2 seconds ago. I hear you, Charnice.
Mind-boggling.
It was a 90, not a dress. I noticed that too. Oh, it was short. It wasn't. Well, it was leather, I think, but it was short. Yeah, see, okay. Go back and watch it because it was short. It was really, really like it looked like a shirt. Like it was short. It was very short. Let's be honest, the 21-year-old guys are still mentally in their teens.
Yeah. And what did we say from Love Island UK? These kids were in lockdown for however long, for at least 2 years. So like a lot of the time that they would have been using their developmental time to like learn how to be in relationships and learn how to deal with people and learn how to take and handle things. They didn't have those opportunities because they were stuck in COVID lockdown. So
I totally agree. And we agree with you here, Dana, that they should raise the age to 25 to be on the
25.
show.
Yep. 25 is the perfect age, I think.
Like, and then they would be able to go up a little bit older if they wanted to. And people would be willing to get into relationship. They wouldn't be playing these childish like mind games and crying over nonsense. Like I think more relationships would happen. I think the show would have more of these bombshells coming in and breaking things up because like they've experienced more relationships and know how to get guys or girls or whatever. And so I think they'd have a more superior show. Right. Because look at this, like the couples that we enjoy the most are the older ones. Yes. Like, I don't know if it's just us. Maybe we're completely off the brand, and maybe Chaz is like Chaz and Kat are like the number one couple for 21-year-olds right now. Maybe. Yeah.
I think it's Deb and Jesse, but that's what I said.
Deb's still 26 though, so
yeah. I said I don't know if it's the fact that like these couples are young, and so I'm not invested in. I just don't see it going anywhere. So I'm not invested, and I'm in my 40s. But where it's like Timmy and Cedar, they're 29, and they could like maybe actually come out of this and stay together and actually do something. The potential is there. So there's that.
Yeah. So Charlene screamed when they sent Zimmy into the hideaway. I was very, very happy. All the Islanders cheering Zimmy on while going into the hideaway warmed her heart. They really love them. They do. They all really, really love them.
They do.
Chad played himself. He can meet his sister at the airport. Don't kill me.
I don't think it's too late. The dumping was tonight, and she might still be in no, she's home. She posted on her Instagram, so he'll catch the next flight tonight. Yep.
Seems like Jeff could be getting the Corey edit if that keeps up, getting these girls that are interested in other people.
Is it the Corey edit? It's more because he's a bombshell. Corey was an OG. That's a different level of, investment that we had into Corey's edit. I'm
Could
trying
it
to think of a
be?
guy bombshell that I was just like, oh my god. Oh well, no, Ov came from Casa.
I was thinking, would it be like Wes when he first got there? Hold on, let me think what happened with Wes's storyline. He liked Amy, but Amy. Nobody left with Amy. He got dumped with Amy
Yeah,
too soon.
no, he got dumped with Amy too soon.
What is that? Was that other guy's name Isaiah? That was terrible.
No, it's is it Isaiah? Yes, it was Isaiah.
His journey was weird. I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody that has a similar edit to
Yeah.
him, but definitely, I think that there could be women that are interested in him because I think he has a lot of swag and a lot of sex appeal and a lot of like energy toward like he's just makes some good chat a little bit, like he's a little bit rough around the edges in a like a badass kind of way. Like I think there's a lot of women that would be very interested in him. They're just
I could
not
see it.
bringing them on the show. Not at all. Like even with how like Courtney's like, you look hot tonight. Like she thinks he's hot. He's a hot guy.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Jessica, how is Chaz set after a few days? It's probably like they've had one sleep together in the same bed, I believe, at this point. No?
Weird.
Jessica, is Chaz all right? Does he really think him and Kat winning that stupid competition means that they are a power couple? It could just mean y'all are competitive. Chaz once again showed his age with that comment. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Chaz calling him and Kat a powerful couple after. Yeah. It's just a little immature. He was acting like they won a compatibility contest. No, y'all, you just moved faster. Okay, so what do we think about the guys calling her Mama Z? It looks like they see her as a big sister. Well, I think it was Jesse that called her Mama Z. That tends to happen to the older black woman, or the black woman in general. Especially she's the only black woman right now.
Jesse was interested in her. I think if Jesse was interested in a black woman, it was Serenity.
And so, like, yeah, I don't mind them calling her Mama Z. I think it's also to show Tibby that they're not going to try to fuck up what that's going on. So putting her at a distance a little bit. But I don't think any of those men are, other than Timmy, are interested in her right now, or would even bother venturing, even if they did have some interest. Chaz calling him and okay, definitely 21 in the brain. Yeah. Everybody's so funny. Agreed, Tamika. Leanne definitely wanted cash.
So a lot of people didn't get to see like some of their background because they had, remember, it was on CBS and they had cut like the games and stuff onto Paramount, so that a lot of people actually didn't see it. But Leanne was always kissing Cash and challenges and like yeah, she was so into Cash. I swear, I kept telling people, I said, I swear to God, if Cash wasn't with Cinco, I swear Leanne would have shot her shot.
So, Danita, February 8th. I'm January 25th. Your girl Kat over here, I believe she's February 10th. So you guys are close in birth dates. Love me some Aquariuses. Sean, thanks for being here. Give me a geriatric Love Island season. Did I make that up? Aren't they having that?
What?
Am I making that up that they're doing like they're taking submission from older people? Am I making that up?
I mean, I don't think ITV in Love Island, but I did see a casting call for women in our age group who were looking for younger men, and they were casting for both. And I was like, I would not do that.
I don't want it. I don't want a younger man.
No. Yeah, I said that sounds like a disaster. I don't mind a younger man. I already told you I tend to date younger, but I
want age
that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, me, I want age appropriate. I don't want to be made to look like desperate or anything like that on one of those shows. And I feel like if they do that age thing and then
that's why I was like, nah.
And like having
I
these
think that's
young
what they're
kids
gonna end up
playing these
doing.
older
Yeah,
women,
yeah,
like making them look desperate because their
yes,
feelings get involved. Like, I don't know.
yeah. No, I'm
I,
good.
mm-mm. Jeff is attractive and he has a great personality. I think he'll do good in Guess More. Yeah, I think that if there's like another person that likes really cute light skinned black men with tattoos, he's definitely will be a hot commodity. He could be a hot commodity, especially since he's pretty much free, right? So hopefully he actually has a connection with someone. Yes, I remember Shikani TV talking about an older Love Island coming. Okay, yes, I must have been watching that. Yes, Jessica, I watched Shikani. I love those sisters. There's some other cancers sisters, twins, and another sister. There's a bunch of them. I think there's like 8 siblings. But yeah, Shikani TV is it's fun to watch sometimes. Like they have some fun tapes and they're really just like always yelling about code and they get fights with each other about their opinions about things. Like it's pretty good. Well, that was pretty much it for the episode. Anything else that we didn't talk about today other than how we are done with Naja? I want Naja and Chaz to go. Those are my dubs.
I need them out the house. He can't make it to Casa. I'll be very upset, but I don't think he will. If Serenity couldn't make it to Casa, you don't get to make it to Casa.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Well, this has been fun, obviously. A show with older women and younger men is just making for all the Twitter think pieces. Yeah, I don't think it's good. I don't think how they will do it will be in a way that
No,
I
I
will
would not
respect.
trust how they're going to do it. And even like it's hard even in that dynamic because like you see it like look at oh god what's that show Put a Ring on It. There was a couple on there. She was older. I think she was around our age, and then the guy was younger, and it's like all these dynamics of marriage and like kids and all that stuff. And then look at Tiffany and Kylan. Did you hear Cash's interview on the Challenge podcast with
Oh no,
Devon?
not yet.
It was actually really good. So she kind of wraps up everything that happened and why she's upset with Tiffany. But it's like Tiffany's kind of really stuck on Kylan, but is Kylan ever going like Kylan? Just you got it. The dynamic that you if you're going to be in that dynamic, you have to. It has to work. And I will say, I date often, or I try to date. I try to date often. But like I'm on a lot of dating apps, and the men my age, they're all not looking for a relationship and have kids, and but they're not looking for a relationship. They just want to date. Men older than me, I've seen a bunch of men older than me. They still want kids. They like very successful men in their 50s didn't have kids. Now they want to have kids, so they want younger women. And then I meet all these younger guys. They're like, I'm like, I can't have any kids. I don't want no more kids. And they're like, oh, that's fine. I'm good with that. And I'm like, I don't believe you. like,
Yeah.
like, I don't believe you. But so it's kind of like those dynamics. Like it's to me, there's so many variables with dating like a younger guy.
Yeah, I mean, I will, but I'm not for anything long term. Personally, it wouldn't be for me. Danita says, "Listen to me. It was really good. What was I talking about? What was really good?
I don't know.
Um,
Listen to it, Chantel. It was really. Oh, maybe Cassie's podcast.
listen to it. Sorry, I didn't see the it. Yes, listen to it. I will go and listen to because I've heard a couple other people as well comment on. So that's what Devin and Davon, correct?
Yeah, Devin and Diva. And they had Tiffany on when she was, a few
Yeah,
weeks
right now
ago.
I'm off Tiffany, so I
Yeah.
don't know if I wanted to watch it just because I really, really, really loved her on her season of Big Brother. I thought
Mhm.
that she was the deserving winner. I was very happy for her to be America's favorite player. I voted many times for her to receive that award. And then I just have not enjoyed her as much after the season. And
Mhm.
so I just like how she was kind of things were going down. Like, I get it, he's not your man, but like, I don't know. I thought you're trying to be friends with Cash, and like, you know what I mean, with all these people, but you only really want to be friends with their guys, and like, it's just. I felt that she's kind of using her feminine ways with these younger men, and it's just like, it's just not sitting well with me. She can do whatever she
Yeah.
wants. I don't really care like that, but like, she's kind of inserting herself in these. It's kind of like she's a bombshell and
Hmm.
doesn't expect for the people that she's affecting to have a reaction to it. And so
Correct.
I'm just not really enjoying what I'm seeing from her and how she's interacting with some of the women outside of Big Brother, like
Yeah.
outside of like her season.
Season. Listen to the, if you can, listen to the interview with Davon and Devin. Good interview with them and Tiffany, but they came off of it kind of not happy with Cash. So then when you're listening to Cash's
Mhm.
interview, what I appreciated about Devin and Davon was they were very honest about their impression of Cash coming onto that show. And so that's the only thing I would tell you. I think listen to both so you can hear why that, because I think if you listen to them, you might be like, why are they reacting to her like this? Because they got an impression of her
And see, I
from
also
Tiffany.
don't like that as well.
Yeah.
That like, you know, Tiffany, this woman is 14 years younger than you. Like, why are you getting into a fight over her ex boyfriend? Like, you know what I mean? Like, getting into some drama about this, you know what I mean? And telling her, like, she's closer to your son's age than you are to her age. Like, take a step back a little bit. I don't know. So I know she's saying like, I'm a grown woman and these women are petty and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
she's just like
No, no,
putting them down.
I genuinely like Tiffany, but based on what I'm reading, hearing, seeing, I think she's very, very insecure. And only because I'm literally older than her by like a couple months, and I understand being a single mom, dating. I get it. You like what you like, but there's no reason. I would never. I would never.
With Kylan? No way.
Kylan
No
and
way.
Cinco, of all people.
She's talking about doing an interview about the Challenge USA on the Challenge official podcast with Devin and Davon. Right. Okay. There. There. Exactly.
Did you hear the clutch?
If it was about Cinco, it would be one thing, but it rubbed me the wrong way that she came out and said it was strategy to mess with Cash's head. It's all, I don't know. I just, none of it I'm liking right now. I don't like this drama. I don't like. I mean, obviously, Cache probably has a part in it that I can't see, and I don't know what's going on fully. But it seems to me like Cache is not supposed to be upset by people wanting to crack on with her ex-boyfriend in front of her. And why are they not allowing her to be upset that it hurts her feelings when people that are her friends or supposed to be her friends are doing this? I just don't know why she's not getting any grace for that.
I don't know. They, like she literally said on the podcast, they had broken up 6 weeks before, and that they actually casted to go on there together because they were together. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
He's not your
But yeah,
man. Like, shut up, Tiffany. Like you.
Cinco right now is for the streets, in my opinion. But
Cache keeps winning. The others are just mad that they can't dim her light. Yes, exactly. I agree. Devon seemed to be a fan of Cash's, but Devin was definitely not after Tiffany's interview. So I'm glad Cash was able to tell her side of the
me too.
story.
Me too. Um, it was, you could clearly hear it even in Tiffany's podcast. You could clearly hear it. So it actually, I was glad that, because I was like, when is Cash going to give interviews? Cash hasn't been giving any interviews, but I feel like Tiffany was going around giving all these interviews. Cashel even was going around giving interviews, and I feel like Cash's story got suppressed for the last 2 weeks until this week, and I'm very glad that she got to put up. I mean, if you follow her, you know what a lot of what she said she already had put in her stories. But if, like, I'm glad the mainstream people get to hear it, because I love Cash. I genuinely will ride for that girl, because I genuinely think she is such a great human being. Really.
I do too. And so even hearing on this episode of the challenge, Cinco being like, oh, she's gonna use whatever we say like
It
against
was
us. And I'm like,
stupid.
I don't think she would actually. I think that she would want you to be in here because she knows it's your dream and that even after everything that you've done, she wants you to still live out your dream. So
Yeah.
the fact that you're making it seem like she's gonna be so petty and try to ruin your game, it's ridiculous to me. And
Yeah.
so I was just
Davina and
like,
I had this conversation on Twitter. She literally would have handed him anybody he asked for. Anybody he asked for, she would have rode Tyson to give him. He should have said a name. He should have said a name. That was his fault. And he
yeah,
might be salty about it because ultimately it was Cash who like picked the person to send him home. But if
she
he
didn't
had
know
said a name,
her.
she, although even Cash kind of said, she's like, I'm not sure they might have gone home anyway based on that challenge, but still, she would have set him up for the best possible whoever in that. I know that for a fact. So
I believe
that's
that. I believe that 100%. I don't
yeah,
even know their relationship.
yeah. He played himself. He
Yeah,
played himself.
his ego got in the way and not wanting her to have the upper hand and have
Yep.
anything on him.
Yeah.
Like, shush. So what I think is interesting though, so if Davon is a fan of Cash and Devin is not, Devin is an Aquarius actually, and it would make sense that she vibes with Tiffany, who's a Leo, and Davon is a Taurus, and so she would vibe with Cash.
Yeah.
And how she was moving and how she's explaining things a little bit more. So
Yeah.
I also think that that's interesting that people that they connect with elementally are the people that they kind of are siding with right now.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Very interesting. Well, that's pretty much it. Would have gave him who he wanted on a silver platter. Absolutely. I know she's just like, just tell me who. Just tell me who. No, I know we haven't talked about it. Like, shut up, Cinco. The clarity that Cash gave was eye-opening in that interview, but with common sense, I assumed everyone she said already she deserved grace. Mm-hmm.
She already assumed what Cash was saying, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm already on side with Cash.
Yeah.
But like, I will watch it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for tonight. Now on Sunday, I will be doing the recap after Big Brother. So would you prefer to go live later and do probably a 11:30 pod, or would you rather do it on Monday at 6:15?
Let's do Monday at 6:15.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
Yeah, so then you'll have the whole weekend off. Yay! Which is awesome. So yes, just to let you guys know, we will do our Sunday recap Monday at 6:15 Eastern. And there might still be interruptions just because it is summer and I'm trying to work and make some money. So, and it's quite busy, obviously, with like a gazillion shows that are on right now. So hopefully we can go back to a rhythm or a schedule. But we're still trying to figure it out. But that's it, everybody. Thank you for being here and being involved in this conversation about the only couple that I care about right now, which is Zimmy. Second up, though, I'm not minding Sydney and Isaiah. Not minding. I do not care for Nadja inserting herself into this quadrant because she's not interesting enough to me for me to care about this. But I'm hoping that Sydney dumps the boy. Dump the boy. Dump the boy. Because we've already would have put in our vote, so it's not going to affect the vote. And let him grovel and crawl back to her if she wants him. Because maybe there's going to be someone that, like, I saw the way that Isaiah treated you, and like, I'll treat you better. Like, and then
they'll always treat you better till they don't.
That's true, right? Chaz treated her better for like 2 breakfasts, and then no, I'm going to have you dumped and make you look like a fool in the process. Ugh. Deb and Jesse's chemistry is non-existent. So sad. I like them both individually. Oh, hi, Matthew. Yeah, you like Jesse?
I was gonna say I don't like Deb. And Jesse, I think they're hiding his personality kind of the way they did Jeremy, because a lot of people say they like him. So
I guess I don't like looking at him kiss. I don't like.
no.
I just don't like looking at it. There's something about like he's just like the way that he does it. He's like it's just he doesn't. I don't know. It's just he turns me off so much that I don't like anything about him. So I'm not vibing their chemistry or lack thereof. Absolutely. I like Deb more than I like Jesse, for sure. I like Deb more than Tamika likes Deb. But yeah,
I'm not I'm not happy with the Tauruses that they cast on.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you for being here. Thanks. I guess have a great evening. See you guys Monday evening. I like Jesse. I think he's goofy. I mean, okay, maybe as from guy to guy, but like if I'm looking at him as a love interest right now, I think he's goofy, and that's a big turnoff. And I also think that he's playing a game that's like bigger than him. I don't think that he could actually win the money, but I think thinks he's playing the game like he's gonna win. I don't blame you. Jesse kissing is painful to watch. Yeah, it just gives me the ick. Also found Courtney to be hilarious at first, but now she just says everything is so cute. Literally, so cute. I can't do. I don't know if I can do her voice today. Oh my god, I can't. No, it's too high today. I'll do it soon. Yes, please like both of our channels. Like these videos, please. It's really helpful for the algorithm. Gets this in front of you guys and other people. Ring that bell just so you can get notified anytime we go live, especially if we change our schedules sometimes. And comment on who you want to see dumped and who you voted for. So who are your favorite couples and who would you prefer to see dumped? You guys are the best. Anything else, Tamika?
No. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Great weekend. Take care. Thanks for being here, everybody. Ciao.